That is not the issue. The issue is that the party that brought me to power is Labour. Okay? And today we have fought and retrieved Labour. So, and I said I will send you the Supreme Court judgment. So when you finish reading it, you will know that Abure is just masturbating.
Really?
Yes, it's not.
I want to use this opportunity to reply Dr. Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State, who was on Arise television this morning to make very derogatory statement about the leadership of the party. This leadership have been very magnanimous. We have been very patient. We have expressed a lot of maturity in handling some of the rascals that we accommodated in our party.
Following the decision of the Supreme Court on setting aside all judgments that recognizes the leadership of Julius Abure as national chairman, I, Alhaji Bashiru Lamidi Akpakpa, who is the most senior deputy national chairman of our great party, and in consonance with our party constitution's Article 14(2)(a), B, hereby takes over the running of affairs of our great party with effect from today, Wednesday, the 9th day of April 2025, in acting a capacity, and Alhaji Farouk Umar Ibrahim as National Secretary.
In the build-up to Nigeria's 2023 general election, a silent storm was gathering, ignored by pundits, underestimated by Nigerian politicians, but brewing in the hearts of millions. And then it struck, a political earthquake that shook the foundation of Nigeria's two-party system, and its name was the Obidient Movement, led by the Labour Party. At the center of it, Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, meticulous, measured, a minimalist, a man known more for data-driven policies than dramatic speeches. But in 2023, Obi became something more. He became a symbol of hope, integrity, and generational anger. Obi's entry into the Labour Party didn't just give it a boost, it redefined it from a fragile party known mostly in activist circles. The Labour Party transformed into a national force, online, offline, in the markets, on university campuses. For the first time in a generation, young Nigerians were not just voters, they were believers. The Obidient Movement wasn't just founded by billionaires. It wasn't driven by ethnic loyalty or stomach infrastructure. It was driven by frustration and a hunger for real change. And the results, unprecedented. Obi secured over 6 million votes across the country. He won the Federal Capital Territory, where no outsider was expected to win. He dethroned APC in Lagos, a city seen as untouchable, and he dominated the Southeast, bringing out voters in numbers never seen since 1999. But the Labour Party's biggest victory was in Abia State, where Alex Oti pulled off what many called impossible, winning the governorship, defeating entrenched PDP structures, and becoming Labour Party's second executive governor in Nigeria. From obscurity to dominance, the Labour Party's 2023 campaign wasn't just a political win, it was a cultural awakening. But history teaches us that revolutions, once ignited, can either spread or fade. And as 2023 turned into 2024, the cracks began to show. No movement is without its tests, and for the Labour Party, the post-election glow quickly gave way to political shadows. By 2024, the headlines had changed. Not about youth engagement, not about Labour Party victories, but about court cases, leadership tussles, and backroom drama. At the center of it all, is Julius Abure, Labour Party's national chairman. And before the emergence of Julius Abure, immediately after the 2023 election, at the center of it all was Lamidi Apapa and his drama. Then after the election, Julius Abure was accused of high-handedness, alleged to have mismanaged party funds, dragged into legal battles that cast a long shadow over the party's credibility. The same party that had stood for a new Nigeria now seems to be replaying the old scripts: godfatherism, infighting, and factional loyalty.
The party that brought me to power is Labour. Okay? And today we have fought and retrieved Labour. So, and I said I will send you the Supreme Court judgment. So when you finish reading it, you will know that Abure is just masturbating.
Really?
Yes, it's not. He's out. There is. So you can declare yourself. You can declare yourself the president of Nigeria today. You can. Does that mean Rufai is now the president?
No.
This opportunity to reply Dr. Alex Oti, the governor of Abia State, who was on Arise television this morning to make very derogatory statement about the leadership of the party. This leadership have been very magnanimous. We have been very patient. We have expressed a lot of maturity in handling some of the rascals that we accommodated in our party. And I think it got to a fall today with that interview, and we felt that it's appropriate, most appropriate at this point in time, to respond to him so that he doesn't think that he's the only one who can be in the gutter. And as leaders that made them, we made them, without sounding immodest, we made Governor Alex Oti, made him governor, supported him, made sacrifices to him, refused bribe, refused offers that made him governor. And so, today he was again on Arise television and deliberately tried to misinform members of the public in respect of the Supreme Court decision. My major worry was his foul language when he said that we are masturbating. The Supreme Court have sacked us, and that he's laughing at us because we are still holding on to the leadership and masturbating in the party. And I felt that he's not the only one who can use gutter language. And I want to reply him as follows. Number one, Dwafi and Lilliputian men used to be men of great ideas. It is Alex Oti that I will see, who is not only Dwafi in appearance, but also Dwafi in knowledge.
To make matters worse, Peter Obi began stepping back. He remained vocal on national issues, still embodied the Obidient spirit. But his alignment with Labour Party's troubled leadership grew cold at some point, and that raised a dangerous question. Was the Obidient Movement ever truly part of the Labour Party, or it was always bigger than the party? Without structure, without strategy, without unity, the movement that once looked unstoppable suddenly seemed uncertain. Many supporters who had given their time, money, and faith to the cause felt confused and disconnected. What happened to the revolution they had voted for? What happened to the vision of 2023? The political wave had crashed into reality, and the struggle for Labour Party's soul had begun. As Nigeria begins to tilt towards next political circle, one question looms large. Can the Labour Party do it again? 2027 isn't just another election, it is a crossroad, and the stakes are even higher this time. The APC, embodied by incumbency, is already building its re-election machine. The PDP is licking its wounds, looking for resurgence. But the Labour Party, it stands at fragile ground, still loved by many but divided from within. The Labour Party has a choice: rebuild or relapse, unite or fade. If it can, reconcile its wavering factions, reconnect with grassroots obedience, and present a clear, credible platform beyond personalities, then it might just recapture the magic of 2023. Because the energy is still out there. Nigerians are still hungry for change. The youth are still watching, still active, still very much angry. But without a solid structure, without a coordinated message, the 2027 election may pass the Labour Party by, and the revolution of 2027. It could go down as a moment, and the question: was the 2023 revolution just a flash in the pan? It could go down as a moment of inspiration that never matured into transformation. So what's next? If the Labour Party is to matter in 2027, it must do more than just survive. It must evolve. This is no longer about Peter Obi alone. It is about the vision that powered him. A vision of accountability, transparency, people-first leadership, and justice for the average Nigerian.
Our youth here are unemployed. Here we are graduates. They don't have a means of livelihood. That is not what they solve. So no religion gives job. No, there's no road that tired, and they say religion will pass through it. So let nobody tell me about his religion. All these things caused by people who tell you say they get structure. That's a structure. Structure of killing you. Structure of making you poor. Structure of making sure you don't stay in school. That is the structure. That is the structure I want me and you to destroy. Money bag have played a lot of role, but they brought us to the poverty. So it is time to reject them. I am pleading for Nigerians to reject them because they cannot continue. If they continue, we are going to be impoverished. That impoverished. Look at, you can't drive from Adeki to Akure because of money bags. Our children, look at the Kitty, a young state. Why do you say? Most of the youth are unemployed because of money bags. You want them to continue? No. We don't want money back. We want to give the youth a job. We want to give them a future.
To move forward, Labour Party must heal, reconcile wearing leaders and their parallel structures, rebuild, establish a working political structure from wards to national, refocus, go beyond elections, focus on legislation, on governance, on view change, re-engage, speak to Nigerians, again, not just on Twitter, but in towns, schools and markets. And for Peter Obi, his next move would define everything. Will he return fully to lead the party or build something entirely new? Will the Obidient Movement remain just a movement or become a lasting institution? One thing is certain, Nigerians haven't forgotten 2023. They still remember the rallies, the chants, the hope. But hope alone won't win 2027. Only action will.
And when Governor spoke, I believe he spoke for both of us, in the sense that we discussed at length, consulted at length, and Governor agreed to take this issue on with our building. And I was surprised when I saw, when we met and he told me his reply, and when I started reading certain things about his private meeting and conversation in national newspaper, I was shocked. Sorry, it's not on a mission. I was shocked. But if you know me very well, I usually operate from point of weakness. It is better that people say you're weak, because it allows me to exhaust reason. You must exhaust reason before you fight. before you ask anything. So we went to court. In this case, the court has taken the rightful position. They've done the right thing. It is for all of us to go out. We are not saying we've won. Labour Party won. The future of Labour Party, if there's any party that would have been a party of choice today in this country, if not for the delay and going through that process, it would have been Labour Party. But I assure you, it will be a party of tomorrow.
The Labour Party's future isn't written in marble. It is unfolding on the streets, on campuses, in offices, and in the hearts of millions of Nigerians. But once again, time is ticking for the Labour Party. The same youth that marched for change in 2023 may not march again if they feel abandoned. The same voters who broke away from the old parties may return if they find no structure, no strategy, no sincerity in the Labour Party. So we ask, can Labour Party rise again? Or will history remember 2027 as a missed opportunity where a nation believed, but its leaders failed to follow through? 2027 is coming, and Nigerians will answer at the ballot box once again, only if INEC allows. If you found this deep dive insightful, hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comment, and subscribe for more political storytelling. Do you think the Labour Party can make a real comeback in 2027, or is the dream over? Let's talk. Until next time, stay informed, stay active, and never stop asking the hard questions. You have been watching The Untold Truth, where we break through the headlines and go deep into Nigerians' political soul.